Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So as usual, starting off with Euro USD, and we are testing a level that I gave you yesterday, pretty much given it to you for the last couple of weeks, and that's 118,781. So that is the line in the sand for me at the moment. We are in a downward trend. You can see by the moving averages. We are below the moving averages. We are left of the moving averages. In other words, we're below them. And the oscillators are coming back into an area that could be interesting. So they're in the middle of nowhere right now, but this level is pretty much something you need to pay attention to. So 118,781. And moving to the hour will tell you exactly what you need to pay attention to. And I think that's pretty clear. You can see inverse head and shoulders, rounding bottom. So a break above there and a retest on the hour at least potentially is a trend reversal. So downward trend has been the order of the day. Now the moving averages come closer together, and now we're sort of bouncing around here. The next level you need to pay attention to right now is the current low of today, and you can see there's quite a bit of support there. So just to summarize that, a break and retest of 118,781 opens the door to more upside, and a break and retest of 118,593 gives us a move to the downside, and I think the downside will probably be capped in the short term. Not quite there, but there at 118,400 or 407. So that's kind of the range. You can see by just adjusting those lines now, we've got three levels we need to pay attention to. Just want to remove that and put that in. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's the levels we're paying attention to. We need a break above that. If we do reject off this level of 118,781, then I'd expect us to continue on the higher time frames to the downside. But at the moment we are range bound, so we need to wait for a break, and in other words, sit on hands. Moving across to the US dollar Japanese yen, we have cleared this or broken through 110,992, and the next level that we have available to us is a little bit further down here at 110,767. Now the trend is up. The bigger trend here is up, so this is a little bit more clear cut than Euro USD, where you should be expecting the price to find support shortly and continue on its move up. However, similar to the Euro USD, we do have a crossover on the hour. We are below the 155 EMA, and we are pretty much sideways at the moment. So levels I gave you are still in play. So the first one is 110,767. Need a break and retest of that, and that should open up the door for some downside, but don't expect too much if you look at this congestion here. So it'll probably find support somewhere in the space, and then a move to the upside would be a break of 110,992. So at the moment we are sideways, so sit on hands until we get a break of one of those two levels. British pound Japanese yen, something interesting going on at the moment. We do have a bit of a acceleration to something, and that level there is still the one that we want to pay attention to. This bar's not finished, so we need to wait for that to do its thing, and then the next level would be all the way up there. I'll give them to you now on the hour. Oscillators all over the place. We are technically, we kind of have had a crossover of the moving averages, so we are kind of testing the crossover for a move to the downside. Problem I've got is it's below and above below, and I would expect above the moving averages. So if I just do that, that's more than likely what I'm expecting would happen. Just put another level in up here, somewhere up there. Okay, so it is pretty much a fairly big triangle. So it is consolidating. If you look at the hour, you'll see what I mean. So yesterday was a nothing day, obviously, USA on public holiday, and we just ranged about doing nothing. At the moment we have broken. We've got crossovers of all the moving averages. So yeah, and it does look like a cup and handle here. There's also a little inverse head and shoulders here. So this is the key level as far as I'm concerned right now, 153.840. You need a break and hold above that, and then it's going to open up, moves to 154.135, and then up to 154.558. When we get to that level, I'd expect it to drop again. If you look at the oscillators, it is indicating that we should be looking for an opportunity down. Anyway, the bigger picture is we are sideways the last 3 days, so I'm going to want to see a proper break and a retest to the upside or downside before jumping in on that. So that is clearly sit on hands. Euro British Pound has finally got the move that I've been waiting for a little while. So the story continues. Get to the 155 and we reject the 155. Sellers come in and drive price down. So this week it's been pretty interesting. So Friday we had a bit of a strong move down, and then this week it's basically just continued to the downside. So we have broken through some key levels. So now what I would expect is some kind of pullback to be sold into. So first one would be 0.85621, second would be 0.85685. So nothing worth selling at this level. We need to wait for the pullback, and then we're looking for a continuation to the downside. Just look to the left though, you do have quite a bit of noise here. So there's some noise right here, and then there's some more around there. So you can see we're at the first bit of noise, so it could drop a little bit, 0.85431, but I do expect a pullback, and that would be the opportunity to sell again. Okay, so that's it for me on Forex. Starting to look pretty interesting on one or two pairs, but some ranging as well, but that's to be expected after a public holiday. So yeah, I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.